In the countries where soundtrack is available, businesses that play music has over 20 billion visits per week. Let's help them play it right. Welcome to this onboarding video. My name is Hampus. I am super excited to have you here. I have worked with music for a very long time, and I also have a background in sales and in design. I will share my expertise in those areas in future videos, but I will also introduce other experts like yourself in how to generate value for your customers, because that is the purpose of this program. How can we help businesses to create value through music? But that is for future videos. Let's get moving to the onboarding. Let's start off with the basics. How do you receive a commission for referring a customer? Each and every one of you will receive a unique sign-up link that is connected to you. Every account that is signed up through that link will generate a 10% recurring commission of the subscription fee for 3 years. When that commission has summed up from all of your customers to 75 USDs, it will be paid out to your PayPal account at the end of the month. There's basically two different ways that you can work with your customers. One is that you send the customer the sign-up link and then they set up the account. The second one is that you set up the account for them. In this case, you need to add this section to your agreement with the client. What the section states is that you are allowed to accept the general terms of conditions on behalf of the customer. When you click the link for the first time, if you don't have a Soundtrack account yet, this is the window that you will be met with. From here, you will first create your user. All you need to do is to sign up an email address and create a password. And then you type in the company name of your customer. Now, if you already have a user, please make sure that you're logged in to that user before you click the link, because if you do so, this pop-up window will show up. So you are already logged in as another company name. Do you wish to sign up another account? Click sign up. Then all you need to do is to enter the new client's company name, the business type, and accept the terms and conditions. So this is our web interface, and here you can do all the settings that you will need to do for your customer. The apps are a bit limited in terms of settings. First, I want to show you how you reach different accounts from your user. So this will always say the client's company name that you're currently logged into and working from. So if you click the button here, then you can see that there will be a section called Other Accounts. And from this section, you are able to reach your other customers' accounts. Very neat, right? So now we're going to go into the test onboarding account that we started in the beginning. And as you can see here, you have 14 days left on your free Soundtrack Unlimited trial. If you go into zones, you can see that the button Add Zone here is still available, but I need to choose my plan first. So the trial will only work with one zone, and if you want to continue on growing on to your customer's account, then you will need to activate more zones and choose a plan. So all you need to do here is to choose a plan, enter your address, and as you can see, we have the annual subscription toggle here. So if you want to pay for the full year straight away, you just toggle that on and then you will save 10%. So in this example, we have two locations, location 1, location 2, and each location has 2 zones. Let's dive into how to get these zones playing at the actual location. So the first one that we're going to take a look at is how to play music through our player app. So we have apps for both iOS and Android, and also one for Windows. The iOS app also works with Mac computers if they're from 2019 or later and has the operating software Catalina or later. So this is my phone. The first button that you see is pair device. And here you can see you have the pairing code. So I'm just going to enter the pairing code and press pair. And as you can see, player connected. And here is the app interface. So as you can see, you have discover, you have search, which is under discover in the web interface. And then you have create and your music. So you basically have the same music controls in the app as you do in the web interface. This is our hardware. It's a quite neat box. It's a very simple one. You have an Ether cable and you have the RCA out. What you do is that you enter the device ID, and then that box will play whatever you tell it to play. And I just want to make you aware of, I'm going to show you later that we also have some collaborations with other hardware partners as well. They will all be in the material that I will show you later. So there is two apps. There is the red one and then there is the black one. And the black one is the remote. And as you can see here, I already have this zone here. I have connected this zone with this remote code. So in the remote app, you are able to decide what playlist that should be playing and also your schedules. You can press play, skip song, you can share a track, and you can also find a direct link to our help page if you need help with anything. Now it's time for us to go through the two different plans that we offer, the Essential and the Unlimited. The way to think about this is that the Unlimited is our on-demand service. So in here, you can create your own playlists or import them from Spotify, and you can play them in linear mode. In Essential, that will never be possible. You will never be able to play a specific track. It will always be in shuffle mode. Now we're going to go through each of the features, and I will let you know which ones are unlimited features and which ones that are essential features. So first, let's talk about the playlists. If you navigate to Discovery, under these boxes, you will find a lot of playlists. If you start off by going into Business, you will find Cafe, for instance, and then you will find playlists that we have curated that we see fit inside of a cafe. You have specific playlists for the different genres, decades, sounds. A good thing with these playlists is that they are very long and that they update on a monthly basis, some of them even more often. And what you can do is just to preview the playlist. And you will get just previews, like 15 seconds from this. You are not able, in the web interface, you are not able to listen to the whole tracks. But you can get I think it's pretty good because you can get a quite good understanding of the vibe of the playlist in a quite short period of time. So let's move over to create, and we're going to start by taking a look at stations and generating a station from tags. So the way to think about this is that you want to create a radio station, and through this tag cloud you will generate a specific sound. So you can start off by choosing from any one of these genres if that's where you want to start. We're going to go with pop here. If you want to add a decade to your station, you can choose one or more of these. I just want to show you that this one is grayed out. So you are not able to put in values that is not coherent with the other values. Here you can see a preview of the selection, and you can do the same thing here. You start to preview it. Yeah. It's the same thing here, and then you change it up so you can find the way you want it to sound, and then you press Save Station. Rugged and provocative pop, that sounds good. Perfect, now we have created a station. Everything that you save, stations, playlists, and schedules that we're going to take a look at soon, will be saved under your music. And all the playlists that you add to your account through the web interface will of course also be added to the player devices that are out playing music in the zones. But let's move back to the create page and create another station, but this time from a Spotify playlist. R&B Chill, I will just upload that here. And here we go, here is a station based on this playlist. So you can go ahead and save that if you want to try it out. I mean, I urge you to just try the free demo and go ahead and try all of these out. But we're not going to save that now. I just wanted to show you how that works. And now we're going to go into create playlist from search or import. And now we're going into the unlimited plan territory. So I can just start off by creating a name for the playlist here. And then I'm going to import songs from a Spotify playlist. And I'm going to import that. And this time you can see that I can see all the tracks in the playlist. If you want to play your playlist that you have created in linear mode, then you're able to do so. Shuffle by default, but if you take that away, it will be in linear mode, of course. So let's get into the immensely popular weekly schedule function. This is a great way to work with your customers' music throughout the week. All you need to do is just drag and drop these playlists into the schedule, and you can just drag them out for how long you want to play them. And very neat feature for holiday seasons is that you are able to include more playlists into one slot. For example, if it's Christmas, maybe you don't want all tracks to be a Christmas song, so then you can alternate between the playlists. So it will play one track from the first playlist, another track from the next one, and then the next track from the third. And this way you can have Christmas song every third track, for example. So a great way to work with your music that way. And I mean, this is definitely a time saver, so you don't have to go in and choose the specific playlists, and for your customers that don't have to think about what they're going to play and change the playlist at certain hours and so on. Now that we have gone through everything in Create, we are going to jump over to your music. And here, as I think I mentioned, you will find all your playlists, but you will also find all your schedules. And if you want to play a specific schedule for a specific location, you just choose that specific location and so on. Otherwise, if you want to play the same schedule at all locations, just select all zones, and it will take time difference and everything like that into consideration, so you don't have to worry about that. Now let's go into the account settings. So in the general, you find the company details, and you can edit them here whenever you want to. But here you also find the music controls. First one, explicit tracks. So if you don't want to have any explicit tracks playing, please toggle this one on. Then you can also limit the music selection in apps. So hide discover music and the possibility to add music in the apps. So if you toggle this on, you limit the end user, maybe the employee who is working, to switch up the music and start to decide themselves what type of music they should play. And the next one is limited playlists edited in apps. So this is very good if there is specific location that maybe wants to have a couple of their playlists of their own, then you can toggle that one on. And you can disable blocking in apps. So if you don't want the employees or the customer to block out the tracks, then you can toggle this one on. Now we're going to talk about a very important topic, and it's the support routines in this program. First off, we have the help page, and inside the help page you will find the answer to, I would say, every question you might have regarding the service. So it's about getting started, technical requirements, music licensing, the music and all the features. Like, everything is here. But if you are unable to find what you're looking for inside the help page, our support team will of course be there to take care of you. They will be with you within 24 hours, usually a lot less, but that's the limit that we have set. You will contact them on partnersupport@soundtrackyourbrand.com, and your clients, they reach out to our usual support@soundtrackyourbrand.com. When you are logged in to your account, then in the URL you will find a strange number consisting of letters, big ones, small ones, and numbers. The easiest way is just to double click that field in the URL and copy. And then you include that to the email, and then it will be super easy for our support team to understand which account this is referring to. If it's so that you have found a bug or something that needs troubleshooting, then we're also extremely grateful if you can include what time the issue did occur, what operating system was it on. If you can, please include screenshots or video recordings so we can get a better understanding of the problem. And then extent of the problem, is it just for this account, or is it for your specific zone, or is it for more accounts, and so on. And then we have the partner team. My function in this program is of course to onboard you and to help you out. If you have any customers that you're thinking about getting onto Soundtrack right now, I will definitely be there to help you. I will also be here to give you updates on what's going on with Soundtrack. I will create educational content or interview other professionals that give their view on how they're working with Soundtrack and how they're working in this space. I have prepared a Google Drive. I hope that works for everyone, where you can access a lot of material, pitch decks, other material that you might need or can use when talking about Soundtrack with your clients. So when it comes to billing, payments will be done by credit card, either by you or the client. You find the billing details under the account settings. For bigger clients, 30 sounds and up, then invoicing is possible. So we need to talk about shipping, and we're mainly talking about the SB3s, the hardware that I showed you earlier. In the US, the easiest way is to order through Amazon. For the rest of the world, you use this order form, and you need to have an account with Soundtrack with payment details, because the order that you do here, payment will be drawn from the account. And then this will usually be the case for you, right? So do you have multiple Soundtrack accounts? And then this is probably going to be yes. So then you will need to enter the account ID, and that's the one that we found up in the URL, right? From this account is where the payment will be drawn. We also have a couple of hardware partners. I'm not going to talk too much about them right now. I'm going to do a separate video with all the hardware partners, because we have one interesting coming in soon, and I want to introduce all of them in one separate video. So please bear with me. They will be in the Google Drive that I'm referring to. I just want to finish off by saying that I'm super happy that you're on board on this program. And I really think that there is a huge business opportunity for you and us with this program, like trying to create a web network that enhances the value of music. A lot of stuff will happen. These are just the first steps. And please bear with me if everything is not perfect. It won't be. Perfect is the enemy of good. So it's better to get going instead of just dragging stuff out. But as I said, super happy that you're on board, and we'll definitely talk more later on. Okay, thank you so much for taking the time.